as the team match presents a chance to level the scores. From the USA point of view, it's their most experienced Mosconi Cup player going into bat first. However, it's going to be Alcayde, having won the lag, to get things started.
Jason Shaw's going to start with a really nice shot. If any confusion there, they can pick any player on the team to lag, even though the running order is a little different.
Yeah, so Catchy in for the lag and Shaw in to play the opening rack. I thought Shaw looked really good, really composed yesterday, Jake.
I think, of course, yeah, Jason looked really good. And another player is, when he has that good form, he usually doesn't lose it. But I thought all the players looked pretty darn good overall. I mean, Mickey had a few mistakes that we didn't really expect, mainly the cue ball. I mean, there were some missed balls, but I think it's been high quality as a whole.
I love the idea that there are some American fans who think they can throw Jason Shaw by hurling bits of abuse at him. It only makes him stronger.
Yeah, he's a guy who believes in himself and likes the high pressure moments. That's why he's so good in this Mosconi. You have to really embrace it. He embraces the challenges of the fans as well.
And you've been to Glasgow, Jeremy. You know what they're like there, where Jason Shaw is from. If you get their back up, they will come out fighting.
Yeah, as they should. And, you know, this is a guy, when you talked about going to playing captains, I mean, it was a no-brainer. It was to be Jason Shaw and Sky Woodward. He's done a fine job with his team so far. A little funny shot here. I don't know if he's going to come out or try and hold it. Okay, he did come out. So now he's got to really work on these last 4 balls. Very missable 6-ball trying to go back and forth. Usually the slick table cuts the ball a little easier. Easy to overcut this one, trying to move the cue ball. What was that? I don't understand that at all. It was like he almost cinched the 6 a bit. He's got an edge of the 7. That's pretty fortunate. He's hoping to not get a snooker, but at least leave something difficult.
So first visit to the table for Shane Boening, having broken the record by playing yesterday. First man ever to play in 18 different Mosconi Cups.
Well, I mean, that could be your MVP. You're looking right there. My personal opinion is the guy at the table. I think he's going to really shine this week. Just looked at him yesterday, and then this morning he just seems very loose. I was a little shocked he banked at that, just because the position wasn't guaranteed. Did end up with the shot.
What a lift it could have given to the American cause if the narrative of the opening rack had been Shaw in with a chance of a break and run. Not managing to finish the job, and Van Boening then managing to make the 7 and clear from there, but it hasn't turned out that way. Jason Shaw was the only European to play 2 racks in the team match yesterday. He won them both, the first rack and the last rack. And it's history repeating here, because Shaw has defeated Shane Van Boening in rack 1. The Europeans off to a good start. So you've been spending much time with the American players, chatting to them today. Jeremy, getting any sense of how they're feeling after yesterday's events?
Just, you know, I saw Skyler and Billy this morning for a little bit, talked to them a bit, then of course went into the team room wishing all the guys luck. Here's the bank that was missed by SVB, just caught it a little thick, expecting the ball to spread a little bit on the new felt. But yeah, they all seem, like I said, just getting around them and knowing them, they all seem very, very loose to me. Of course, the arm can tighten at any moment. That's how treacherous the Mosconi Cup is. But yeah, I like what I saw from Team USA this morning.
So next up for the Americans will be Gorst. He was the only player on the US team to play 2 racks yesterday, and he lost them both. They were both against Shaw. Gorst has now played in 3 of these team matches in the Mosconi environment, and he's never been on the winning team in one of them.
Yeah, #1 player in the world, deservingly so. Interesting dynamic, though. I really liked the lineups that I saw. I thought the USA, it was a really sharp lineup considering everything. Still a little shocked they didn't place a player back-to-back. You know, yesterday, Europe put Kachi in some back-to-back spots. I thought that was smart. Today they put Jason Shaw in some back-to-back spots. I really like, your best players in the world, I like them playing 2 matches in a row, win or lose.
Gorst, who owns 2024 in the world of pool, winner of the World Championship and the US Open, the 2 standout titles in the sport, and he won the World Masters as well. Runaway world #1. He breaks in rack 2.
All right, the 2's going to fall as well. So little things like this has been the difference, I think, between the 2 teams. A little bit of shots after the break. We saw 7 break and runs from Team Europe on day 1. And we only had 3. You could see there the 2 getting a couple kisses. All that side spin, the 3 on the top rail, so something difficult for Gorst to start. Well, I don't like really the look of much. I'm surprised he's maybe not pushing out here. Just going to play it simply, but hard to get the snooker, and there's a lot of balls to play a return snooker with.
Well, David Alcayde didn't get a shot in the team match yesterday. He played the rack in which Skylar Woodward made the break and run.
I was thinking about Alcayde, and just, day 1, of course, whether you're a player or a fan or whatever, you can kind of forget about some things. There's so much going on, but I feel like we didn't get to see him much at all yesterday overall.
Yes.
Yeah, well, his involvement was ended quite early because he then played the doubles match with Jason Shaw, and that was it for him in terms of Saturday's play.
All right, the soft safety did produce a shot, nothing easy. Alcayde was trying to float behind the pink 4 and kind of contain the 3 on the right side rail. Both got a little lost. Boy, what a tough shot to come with here. Off the cushion.
Potted a great 3 into this pocket yesterday.
May fluke it.
Right, David. This is it, bud.
The 3's going to open up, maybe with a kiss here. Maybe not.
You can hear the words of encouragement there from Captain Jason Shaw as his partner came towards the table. That's very much been his style, bigging up his players, making them feel 10 feet tall. It's working so far.
This has gotten difficult. I guess he can't edge the 3 and go behind the 7. I think that's kind of what I like.
Or you
I think it's there. I think that's what Jason's telling him.
And go up that way with it. You got 27 seconds. Come on, bud. You get the cue ball good. He's got to go past the 9 with spin.
He's elevating as well. So trying to move the 3 a bit more as the cue ball goes up. Now, of course, you're talking about Gorst with the jump cues, so you know what's coming here. Hard to believe. I would label him about 70% here, 65% to make this ball, maybe. Wow. Maybe more.
This implement has been such an asset to him through this wonderful year that he's had.
Can he get away with it? He will.
Yeah, not for the first time in this rack. Misses the 3 into a corner pocket. Doesn't pay a heavy price.
And you can see he didn't miss it by much. Caught both jaws with the 3 ball. Not sure what he'll try and do with the jump.
So is Gorst finally going to deposit this red 3 at the 3rd attempt? Certainly much less challenging than the 2 previous goes he's had at it.
Yeah, this sets up nice. Just kind of come 2 cushions at the 7. Got to float it though, I think. And you know, Schuyler, you heard the interview earlier, he said some little things kind of went Europe's way, and maybe here early already we're seeing a little difference on day 2. Better Gorst with a couple little mistakes. And you wouldn't consider the mistake on the jump cue that bad, but he's so good with it, we kind of consider it an error, really. Is he coming between the 7-9, 2 cushions? Yeah, this is the difference. This is the difference. Anytime you have to get into the cue ball, the speed control is going to be difficult. So you just got to have the mindset, I'm going to have to make a few more shots from time to time. He's stunning. This is surprising he's not rolling this ball.
All right, David.
Yeah,
Come on, David.
that was a very big shock to me. I don't understand not rolling the ball, making the pocket a little more friendly. And I think your accuracy goes up. He kind of hit like a light forward stun, and that's a difficult shot, even though that's one of his best types of shots.
Come on, David.
Yeah, the Americans, as the team trying to come from behind, just looking for that moment that's going to spark their day, that's really going to prime this crowd. Van Boening had a chance with that missed bank in the first rack. Gorst, having left himself with that difficult shot, could really have lit this place up if he'd potted it and gone on to win the rack.
Yeah.
Instead of which it seems likely now that having had chances to win both of the first 2,
Come on, David.
the Americans are going to end up losing them both.
Yeah, hard to question. #1 player in the world. It just was a little surprising to me to see the back of the cue get elevated. Now David, you can tell he's a little worried about the speed. He's kind of under-hit the ball a few times. Incredible where this guy's career is going and how long it's lasted.
Yeah, first played in the Mosconi Cup in 2006. Had a chance to clinch the winning point, didn't take it. But 17 years later, he did pot the winning 9 ball in London last year.
Yes, amigo.
And he's potted the winning 9 in this rack. Team Europe leads Team USA 2-0. And already a couple of moments for the Americans to regret early on day 2, JJ.
Yeah, especially, you know, they seem very magnified in this team match because you're limited, you know, opportunity at the table. You got to sit there and wait for another one. You're pulling for your partners to get a game on their side, and just a couple little mistakes.
Well, we're right back where we were this time yesterday, aren't we? The Americans 2-0 down, and their captain coming out to play the 3rd rack, looking to get things up and running. Styer Woodward will be on the table in a moment to face Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz. It's amazing in here last night. What an atmosphere we had in that final match, and Styer Woodward won. And this 9 at such a big moment that did its best to stay on the table. Such relief for Styer Woodward when it wriggled in. That was incredible last night in here, Jeremy. That last match and the reception that Woodward got. Only day 1 as well. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in here on Tuesday night if your boys are close to bringing back the cup?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean, I went out last night just for a little bit after dinner, and the hotel was a little empty because of so much spin here during the day. During day 1, the energy was off the charts, and that's exactly what that man wants.
Well, he was the man who got things up and running yesterday just by giving America that 1 moment from the team match. But for that, they wouldn't have won any racks. Europe did go on to win the team match 5-1. Went on to lead 3-1 overall. But as I was saying, so important that Woodward got that last point of the day on the board. Okay, so here comes Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz. Won his rack in the team match yesterday against Van Boening. Europe leading 2-0.
Perfect.
Yeah, we've We've seen some near scratches. Not many scratches on the brakes so far with the cut brake being used. We've seen some near ones, I'll tell you. That one was very close, catching the upper knuckle on the side. I think he's snookered here. Not the toughest of jumps, but I've got to believe it's going to be a push out of some sort. Maybe there's more of a look at the two than I thought.
Yeah, but now.
Sure seems like the 7's got him.
Come on, friend.
He's looking like he's going to be able to play right here without pushing out. Yeah, that's a good look. So maybe he's got the top side of the 2. Definitely can't pocket the 2 ball, at least not directly. So he's going to swerve this a little. Yeah. You notice him take off the extension off the back of the cue. That's too much. That's too much. And it's got a nice angle here to get to the backside of the 3. It's hard to command the speed of the ball whenever you're swerving the cue ball a little bit. It's all about the portion of the object ball you hit, and he caught a little much there. You can see how difficult the sides are. Looks like a very small pocket from this camera angle. Looks like he's going to play to bump the 3.
Okay, so this is the chance now. And Boening and Gorst both had their opportunities to really get things up and running for the Americans today. Can the captain lead by example?
Good sign there, very smooth delivery. Easy to get a little punchy with the cue stick elevated just a hair, going for his extension. Yeah, just a must win here, you would think. Trailing 2-0.
Yeah, and being in this position where the rack is absolutely at his mercy, it would be a real blow if they didn't take this rack.
Well, you get a couple guys, maybe you could say on the bottom end of the team, Tyler and Billy, you give them a chance to do something special. Get them some confidence. It's going to be hard if they're down 3-0. All right, here coming across, just make sure you don't go to that second rail unless you really feel like it's needed. On the slick table, it's easy to come across and land on the rail, and then you could have problems getting from the 8 to the 9. You may force it 2 rails. Yeah, he just killed it. I think that's a smart shot.
There's a camera in the pocket. That's what it sounded like.
Skylar Woodward showing wonderful composure here. And it looks as though it's going to be the same story as yesterday. Because Woodward came to the table in the team match that starts today. A couple of racks behind. Got them up and running then. And Europe lead is trimmed in this team match to 2 racks to 1.
Listen up, this is how we do it. Got the power and we're not afraid to use it. Dreaming big, yeah, we gotta have it. Hey, we got the magic, flying high, we can take the pressure. You could try, but we'll always. If you want to make
It's impressive, Jeremy. I think we should call that the Mosconi Saurus. What do you reckon?
Sounds good to me, Michael. And pretty crazy outfits out there each day. I know people that have brought a different outfit for each day of craziness, but it's always fun to watch.
Told she's got Jason Shaw's face on her fishing rod. She's got some energy, hasn't she?
Yeah, I saw that lady earlier. She said she had to get up, she had to get ready. I guess she did it. A lot of work for this Mosconi Cup for these fans.
I don't think there's ever a day you come to a Mosconi Cup and you don't see something that you've never seen before. And that's today's innovation.
Yeah, Shane giving it a little look. Anytime there's a fishing pole near, he wants to sweat it.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Thank you.
Well, Tyler Styer didn't get a shot in yesterday's team match because Eklenkachi broke and ran against him. Not going to happen today when they meet again because Styer will start off this time. Looking to become the first player other than Woodward to win a rack in one of these team matches.
One for him, one for you, one for me. All of us are on.
Nice break off the 2 up by itself. That's always a good sign nearing the cue ball. So he's not going to be getting snookered here, but he's going to have some type of safety to open. And I think it was only really Mickey Krause and Tyler Styer that missed the 1 a few times yesterday in their match. Other than that, the players broke beautifully. Didn't always get a shot, but that's the way the game goes.
Dude, when I hit that 2,
Now it looks like he can get him up on the pink 4 pretty easily. Of course, it's a fast table, so you have to pay attention no matter what. And that's the smart way to play it. You know, if you're comfortable on the table, you bring the cue ball up nearer the pink. But in these races to 5, very, very important to just get the snooker. Talked about in the opener, it looked like Kachi was back in form the way he played early yesterday, but then made some mistakes after up 2-0 on Skyler in that last match. And you kind of wonder where his head's going to be coming into day 2. Pretty easy kick shot here.
Made it. Great shot, big boy.
Always good at that part of the game.
It's always a question with Kachi, though, isn't it? Whatever's happened, where's his head going to be at? Because he is unpredictable in that way.
Yeah, I personally think he is top 5 player in the world. When he's on, it's pretty incredible what he can do. Now, it looks like Tyler's going before the side here or past the side. Tricky kick shot. I was going to say I might kick towards congestion there, kick to the top rail and bring the 2 near some balls, but queuing over the 9 now, so he's not going to be unhappy, that being Tyler. Now Eklund, he can go forward and dodge the scratch, so I expect him to attack. Trying to bring the cue ball down 2 rails for the 3.
Come on, Kachi.
The shot here, you would rarely hit thick. The miss is almost always the overcut. He didn't play that. He went and played the safety, attempting to play the safety.
Styer coming to the table, part of an American team, trying to turn it around. They trail after day 1, but history's quite encouraging to them because 10 times the team has been behind after the first day and ended up winning the Mosconi. That's not a bad percentage.
No, you can't win it on day 1. You gotta just stay patient.
The window does narrow a bit, though, at the end of day 2 because there have only been 5 times that a team has trailed then and ended up winning. And the USA haven't done it since 1997.
Put him under your ass.
Made it.
speed is okay on both the cue ball and the, ooh, no, it leaked. It caught the purple. I thought it was going to be all right.
It's tough. It's touchy, but
Now Eklund with an open shot.
I know, but I was saying, I think he Federer didn't like us. I think he had to shoot it.
Yeah, I can't recall that. I think we made one comeback way back when. We were down 8-6, I think it was, in 2005, going into the last day. Of course, that's day 4, not day 2 and 3.
Yeah. Well, the last time a team was behind going into the last day and ended up winning, it was 2003. You potted the winning 9.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't know if it was 2003 or 2005. We were down 8-6, if I remember right, going into the final day. Because the first 2 years there, actually, I was fortunate enough to make the winning 9 there in America.
Yeah, 03 was the first time it was held in the States. It had always been in England prior to that.
Wow.
In Europe, anyway.
Great shot.
Yeah, the MGM. Okay, you can see a 5-9 combination that may be somewhat playable.
Come on, big boy.
At least it's an option because he's gotten funny on the 4 to get to the 5. Not just to get to the 5, but you can see the green 6 pinned over on the left rail. I wouldn't blame him if he tried to get on the combination here. The run out from where he's at is very difficult.
Have we just seen the big moments of this team match? That is a real surprise, Jeremy.
Yeah, he never settled the tip. If you watched, he's always somebody who kind of settles the tip before he shoots. And, you know, he does a few different things to get a lot of feel when he's down on the ball. And that's not the one he wanted.
That's what they hope to see more of today. Now, can Styer capitalise?
Probably coming for the combo also. You got to go, though. There's quite a bit of cut on the purple 5. There's as much cut as I think there is. Yeah, there's quite a bit. I think he maybe plays a high ball here and go into the 8. Maybe you fluke the 8 in the corner also, just in case the 9 doesn't go.
This to level the scores. Today, he's got the whole rack, and from 2-0 down, the Americans have levelled in this team match. It's 2-all. Well, this took some doing, JJ.
Excuse me, Michael,
This took some doing. This wasn't straightforward, this shot.
No, not at all. If you saw how much he had to cut that ball, it's no easy combination by any means. And I tell you, Tyler is just getting better every moment, it seems like. It was a pretty nice 4-ball off the rail as well, not just the 5-9 combo.
Well, between singles and doubles and team matches, Tyler Styer had lost 8 in a row across the last few Mosconis until he got that crucial singles win yesterday. I remember talking to him in Hanoi when we were there in October, and he was explaining just how much it meant to him. It was so clear to help the Americans get back to winning ways after those 4 defeats in a row. He's certainly doing his bit at the moment. And we've got another repeat match from yesterday's team match in a moment, when Billy Thorpe steps up to take on Mickey Kraus. It was the Dane who won yesterday. That was what got Europe to the hill at 4-1. And you can just tell, Jeremy, it's so obvious. Billy is absolutely loving being back in this environment after a 4-year absence.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, he came to a couple Mosconis to watch as a spectator. Of course, he was very involved. But yeah, this is where he wants to be. He's really kind of restarted his career here in 2024. He's had a heck of a year, day in, day out, playing his best pool. He just wants to get an opportunity and do something for his team. That way he can loosen up a little bit.
And in a sense, it's 5 years since he's been in this environment, because his last appearance was the COVID Mosconi in Coventry, where we didn't have a crowd. Mickey Kraus playing in the Mosconi for the first time ever. Wasn't the day he hoped for yesterday. He was below his best in the singles defeat to Tyler Styer. He starts us off in rack 5.
Well, the 1's been really good for both teams. The 2's going to go to the top cushion. Does have a nice look, though. Jason, you could see immediately out of the chair. And obviously, this is something that him and Mickey have communicated about, and Mickey doesn't mind it. They're going to play doubles together here later anyways, right? I think they are anyways. Match number 2.
They'll be up in the 3rd match against Thorpe and Styer.
Beautiful shot there. Really good. It's going to be a difficult hit for Billy. All this congestion on the bottom end. Got to find some kind of path to get at this blue 2. If he can get at it with a little speed, that congestion could be a helper.
Extension cool.
Wow, that's where he's got to go with the cue ball. I don't like his chances of hitting this. Yeah, it just doesn't look like the table agrees with the kick shot. He seems pretty happy about it, or content. He's got to bend it a hair.
Going to be the American moment that really starts to get this crowd on their feet, cheering like they were last night.
They call him Billy the Banker. I don't know if he has the angle to really get position on the 3. That would make a huge difference if he attacks or not.
And even more so after those 2 shots he's just produced.
Yeah, probably the best banker on the planet, or at least in that conversation. And always looking to knock in a big one like that to get him going. And this is going to creep a little bit. Should be okay to still come 2 rails above. He's got to be a little concerned about the 7, but shouldn't be a problem. The only thing I could see the 7 being a real issue is maybe getting elevated over it while trying to play the 6. It's going to be way hard there, though. And again, just like Kachi, he never really settled the tip. A lot of times when you don't settle the tip prior, it's timing gets off a little bit. But he's overhit that by some piece. Maybe if you had ball in hand, you might play the 6 by the 9. That's how tight it is. Don't think that's an option here. So Mickey will get back to the table.
Come on, Mickey.
What a year it's been for Mickey Kraus. Winner of the European Open in Germany back in August. Surely been the most improved player on the World 9-Ball Tour this year. Wasn't even in the top 60 in the rankings at the start of 2024. Now he's not far outside the top 10.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, though. He went through so many tough losses for a couple years, it seemed like. I think that ranking was a little off considering, but somewhat like Gorst, really. Gorst. I'm surprised he went for the bank. I thought he would try and get separation. But Gorst, 2 of those 3 majors, he won by 1 game. You know what I mean? And just how fickle the sport is and how tough it is to win. Mickey's turned that around.
Yeah, and even this year he could have had an even better year, but he's lost some close matches again over the last couple of months in the big events.
Needs a friendly bump. It's going to separate enough. This can be an odd shot. Very similar shot that I had against Tyler Styer in the U.S. Open. Trying to stun forward when the ball's close. Easy to take your eye off the object ball, it seems like. He has a little more angle, though, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Billy Thorpe's parents. Come on, Billy Thorpe! So pleased to see their boy back on the Mosconi stage. Been part of 2 winning American teams in the past. And now he's got the most routine of 9 balls to put the USA in front for the first time in this team match. They were 2-0 down after those losses for Van Boening and Gorst. Now they're 3-2 in front and a couple of racks away from making a massive start to the second day here in Orlando. Oh, how much will he have enjoyed that, Jeremy?
Yeah, especially doing it in style there with the kick shot on the 2, the bank on the 3. Got a little funny, had to, you know, pull back on the reins and play a nice safety, but then a nice out there to end.
Just great to see what this Mosconi Cup has become, and its first staging here in Florida. Sold out for all 4 days. And they are having a great time here on their Sunday of this Thanksgiving weekend. Let's have a look back at some of the big moments of that 5th rack. There were plenty of them. And this perhaps the best of them all. Off a couple of rails, flicking the 2 ball in.
Trophies. And they don't have no award for that. Don't come with trophies.
And then another bank on the 3. The skill that he's most famous for, and he's made it count big time here. And this would be huge for the Americans if they can take this point. The team match normally played only on the first day. It's been expanded this year. When you look back on the 19 team matches we've had at Mosconi's over the years, the team that's lost them has only ended up winning the session 5 times. So it's so important to make that positive start to the day when everyone's out there in the arena. Well, now it's a cross between Mosconi Saurus and, what do you call it, a booking bronco? Is that what it's known as?
Who knows, yeah. Having a lot of fun out there. Now it's just set up perfect for Team USA. SVB now gets the breaking end, gets to the breaking end with a 3-2 lead.
Now it's Shane Van Boening in the saddle, looking to take America to the hill.
The 2 got pinned on the bottom rail. A lot of congestion near the racking in, and good luck Ben getting the template out. This could be a long rack.
Feels good.
Of course, players not giving in an inch. But
Feels good. Feels good.
Blowing right here.
Yeah.
Shane Van Boening, so desperate to improve on that Mosconi Cup record. Said earlier, making his record 18th appearance this year, but only been on the winning team 3 times.
this is going to be okay. I don't know if the lefty can reach it. A little fortunate to get the bare ball safety, but with all that congestion, it was going to be hard to push out and come away with anything good for Team USA and SVB. So he had to gamble.
So Shaw has won all 3 of the racks he's played in these team matches so far. His only involvement outside the team match yesterday, as a player anyway, he was in the doubles with Alcayde. Won that as well. Oh, but that is not encouraging from a European point of view.
No, he actually hit it pretty solid. I think he did want to hit it full, knowing that the 4 and the 5 and the 9-7 are so difficult that if he could just get the 2 to the cushion, he felt good about you know, extending this game. Now the 4-7 combination maybe later on, we'll see. He wants us to go a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think position from there is going to lead him towards anything offensive on the pink. So I think it's going to be a tactical game.
And Boening's only involvement outside the team match yesterday, that doubles with Gorst, which they lost. But we will see him in singles today against Sanchez Ruiz.
Not good. That's not good. Oh, that's good.
Pretty smart shot here, cutting off quite a bit of the 3-ball. Now I think Jason will come to the bottom cushion. It's not the type of safety that most would think of, kind of moving the object ball into a bad position versus the cue ball. Ben's got to be right on top of this. Could get some 9-ball action, obviously.
Oh my God, dude. Thank you. Never mind. He's hooked on the 8 anyways. The 8 got him.
You could hear Skyler, both captains mic'd up. Skyler not liking that. A little bit of a roll, but when you hit him solid, good things happen. So is he just trying to bump this? He's trying to come across, leave something long. Great shot. Great shot. That was by design.
One pocket. What was that from? Yeah, you're right.
Now Shaw can do a little bit the same. Watch out for the scratch. This is going to be on top of the pink, but he'll be okay with it. He's going to be at the table, and the safety should be fairly routine, just edging the pink. Probably the jump cue here for SVB.
Probably would have scratched if he hit it fat anyways.
Yeah, I don't think he goes for this. I think he brings it down on the end he's standing, leaving the cue ball near the 9. Oh, Miller flipped it. And I say fluked it. Now that I look at it, may have been playing the bank. Bit of a two-way.
Well, either way, it may well put pay to that long tactical rack we were contemplating a few moments ago. Here it is again. What an opportunity now for Van Boening. But this is what we didn't see last year early on, Jeremy. This resistance the Americans are putting up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just that taste of what looked like could be rough yesterday, big turnaround at the end, I think has done wonders for Team USA.
He did beat you.
So many moments to remember. Billy Thorpe delivering a couple of them. in winning the rack that took America in front in this team match for the first time at 3-2. And then this was the big moment for Shane Van Boening in the next rack as he beat the European captain Jason Shaw. And that means that the US are now on the hill. Gorst played 2 racks in the team match yesterday. He's played 1 already today. He's lost them all. But if he can win this next rack against David Alcayde, the Americans, who remember were 3-1 down in the overall contest at one stage yesterday, will be back level at 3-3. And it will be very much game on in Orlando. Some of the American players left the arena for a few moments at the end of that previous rack, and Woodward was walking out with his great pal Gorst, had his arm around his shoulder and was telling him all the right things. You've done it 1,000 times. You've won every big tournament this year. Now just go out and do it once more. And you can really hear in his voice, Jeremy, this just means so much to the Americans to try to get level here. It would be huge for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, momentum. It's going to go a few different ways usually in this Mosconi, but that would be the first big momentum break, I think, for to win this match and tie it at 3 apiece.
Remember, Europe did lead this team match by 2 racks to 0 once David Alcayde had got his rack on the board earlier. Now he's trying to keep them in the contest.
Well, at first glance, I think he's going to get an opportunity. It's going to be an awkward stretch for the righty. Definitely something he can attack with.
We just want to get a shot, yeah. I think it's the way you hit him, they kissed too and came back.
Well, you can see just a nice spread, really. Has a look at every ball on the table. It's always a good thing. Now, does he need to put a little inside spin here? Does he come to the backside of the 3? Because he needs to get proper on the 3 to get to a tough 4 ball.
Yes, David.
Just got to go a little bit. Just got to go.
It's okay. Good. Play smart.
And you got to believe it was just overhit a bit. He was trying to play for the short pocket. I think, again, we talked about David, his longevity in his career, and the tactical side of things has been a big part of that. Just a super smart player.
Yeah, nearly 46 years of age now. It's been a full 18 years since he made his Mosconi debut.
Yeah, just going on the 9 with the cue ball. Good touch to cut off the bottom cushion, the short cushion. And I think you're always thinking about the jump cue with Gorst, right? You're always wanting that cue ball really welded to the object ball that you're playing the snooker behind. Like just going 1 rail at this, trying to kick it in. Put a little speed on it. He's going to get a little roll, I think.
Well, it went closer to going in at the second time of asking than the first. But again, the Americans have had perhaps a little bit of fortune in the way the cards have fallen.
Well, that's what we had talked about yesterday or earlier today also, that maybe Europe got a little bit the best of it on in day 1 on the rolls, but oh, great hit. Really good stop on the cue ball. Federer's going to get a shot, or is the 3 going to continue to roll? It's very close, but I think he got the snooker.
Right here.
Yeah, and he's really cut him off the jump with the purple 5 in the way also. Pretty easy kick, though.
Kick from behind. Yeah. You're going to jump kick this
No,
one.
he ain't jump kicking.
Is he jumping this and going behind the purple 5? Wow. Talk about knowing what's going on when the ball's in the air. This will show you one.
He's had such a mixed and eventful relationship with that 3 ball already in this Mosconi Cup.
Yeah, didn't miss it by much. don't think David has the easiest route to get on the 4. And then the 5 back across. He's going to catch the 8.
Okay.
This may end up being okay. Now this type of bank shot, if he's going to play it, you kind of got to smooth the cue ball around or else it'll hug a bit. It's going to be hard to get on the purple.
The most famous shot of David Alcayde's career was a bank shot. He made that in the World Masters final, but he hasn't made this one. And so the USA have a chance.
Yeah, and I liked him attacking, just missed his mark.
I think it's gonna work out right. Double kill.
A lot would say that was luck. I think that was somewhat by design. The 5 laid on the point near the side pocket. It was going to be
20
difficult
seconds.
to get proper on the 5, not only for that, but to get back on the 6. Can he go forward here? And drew it 3 rails. Good sign for Team America. Tough shot there.
And another good sign for them here, just in terms of giving everyone a boost. If Gorst finishes this here, every player on the American team will have won a rack. So they'll all have been part of the effort and can get their days kick-started here.
Yeah, very routine. Really, it's just the 6 ball. The last 3 balls are stop shots, or should be somewhat of stop shots. He fell a little short.
You think back to last night when Alcayde went a couple of racks up on Skylar Woodward, possibly looking at the prospect of Europe leading 4-1 overnight. The idea of being level early on day 2 would have seemed a long way off at that stage. 7 just wriggling in. They should be absolutely fine here.
Yeah, he overcut this, so the cue ball ran a bit further than he wanted. Now he's got to work the cue ball up the table and back down. Like Michael said, shouldn't be a problem.
Well, Skylar Woodward ended Saturday's play by coming from 2-0 down to put together a 5-rack run and put a point on the board. And now his team have collectively done exactly the same thing at the start of Sunday's action. And the USA, who were a couple of points behind on 2 separate occasions yesterday, are level. It's 3-all, JJ.
Yeah, 3-all, right where it should be, heading into what is probably going to be the premier match of the day. Better Gorst than Jason Shaw.
Well, you think back to this time last year, and you won't need reminding, Jeremy, when we had 6 matches completed in last year's Mosconi. Europe had won them all, and there was really no way back for you and your team. And we were saying at the time, if the USA could have got even 1 of those early points, or maybe 2, it could have been a totally different contest. Well, it's happened this time. They're giving themselves the chance to end this losing streak that the Americans have been on. This is a huge, huge moment for Skylar Woodward and his team.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, let's hear what they have to say about it. Ashley is talking to some of the triumphant Americans.
Wow, Skylar, a statement win for Team USA to come out here and to play Team Europe like you just did. Every single player winning a rack. You must be really proud.
Yeah, you know, I knew it was going to be a good day, too. My boys were ready. They all did what they needed to do this morning to get ready. Day 1's always the hardest, and everybody's ready today.
There were some beautiful shots as well. We've got to speak about them. Tyler, I mean, the 5-9 combination, and also from Billy, perfection on the 2 and the 3. How much confidence does that give you, especially considering you've put them out for a doubles match together today?
Yeah, I mean, they've played together before in Mosconi, and they played well together, so I'm not scared of them playing together at all. And Tyler played good yesterday. Billy probably needed a couple racks still under his belt, and today to get that a nice win right there. That one game can do a lot for his confidence.
A match that we're all really looking forward to is coming up next. Fedor against Jason. What can we expect from Fedor?
I mean, he is the Triple Crown winner this year. He's won everything this year. Jason's Jason and the Mosconi Cup for sure. But Fedor's won everything this year, and he's trying to top it off this week.
Great to speak to you. Well done.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, we will never forget about that Gorst Grand Slam, will we? What an incredible statement that was from the USA, reeling off 5 racks on the spin to level up proceedings at 3-3, setting things up beautifully for our next match, a mouth-watering one between Fedor Gorst and Jason Shaw.
This is meant to be, like it's my destiny. You better believe me, make it look easy, like it was made for me. I was made for this.